you be kind enough to leave a like. If you watch the video, we're building Lord of the Rings, and if you'd be kind enough to leave a like, anyone who catches our live stream, we're working on the Rivendell set, and we've got the box back here. We're talking about a set over 6,000 pieces, and this represents book one. So over 6,000 pieces, 49 bags. We're in the middle of like bag 19 and 20. We split the build up, so Nico is working on, let's see in there. Nico's working on the third book, and I'm finishing up the second book. So I'm building this part right here, the pavilion. And the pavilion's kind of, I don't know if you can see that here. There we go. There's the pavilion. Ooh, that's a good, put the main tower in the foreground, although it's blocking you. But there we go. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, no, that works then. So there is the representation of bag one. Looking good. I love this part right here. The statues of the elves, and just kind of giving a great look to Rivendell itself. So move this like right here. Will that work? Can we see better that way? Oh, and another part, if you're watching with us, right there, the sticker. I never thought I'd be excited about stickers on a Lego set as much. I mean, stickers are cool. They can be annoying if there's a lot of them, but the sticker on this Rivendell set, I know I've showed it a couple times in our live streams, but is amazing. So, all right, let's get into the build. Hopefully some more people will join us. And if you're watching us, please leave a like. If you watch the video later on, not when it's just downloaded to YouTube, and you've seen our channel a couple times and you really like Lego, help us get to our goal of 500 subscribers. So if you would be so kind to leave a like and join in the channel, the Brick Therapy 2-3 channel, group of friends. We could call it a community. We got a lot of people here that join us in our live streams. Then that would be awesome. Whoops. So also, just a quick review as I'm building here. We have our collection of minifigs so far. I'm excited to get to the part where we have
26 people. Welcome. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to Brick Therapy 2-3. Please stay with us for a little bit. If you're into Lego, we're building the Rivendell set number 10316. You think I'd remember the set number. This is part 7 of our build. So
welcome,
bags 1 through 15, or book 1, is the pavilion or the tower piece here.
Hi guys, welcome Turkish 2.
Welcome Turkish 2. Hey, that's a cool name. Hey, leave a like if you're watching our video and you like Lego, and subscribe to our channel. We've been doing a series of live streams of our Lord of the Rings set. So this is Rivendell, and while we got our viewers joining us here,
Kelly Weeks, Lego, that's what's up. Welcome.
So thank you, Kelly. Then this is our other build, the Shire. So we've been doing, this is summer break for us, and so we've been building up our Lord of the Rings sets. We thought, why not do these live and share the experience? And then those of you who have these sets or thinking about getting these sets, maybe this will either convince you to get these sets or maybe just get you into Lego. So these sets are obviously not the cheapest Lego sets around, but when you get into Lego and you start collecting, those of you who can relate, you know that the big sets are just amazing. Then, of course, you get minifigures. I think the combo of minifigures and the build, you can't go wrong with. And so, oh, and of course, the most vital piece of them all, this, right, guys? You got to have the brick separator. So here we go. We're building. I am in book 2. This pavilion represents book 1. And I'm going to put the Shire over here. fragile piece. I wish we could get everything in a shot. I have like the Shire floating between our heads here or something. But as we finish these sets, we're thinking about, well, what's next? Of course, everyone knows, those Lego fans out there also know that the Barad Tower came out last summer. And another amazing set. Definitely a contrast to the Shire and Rivendell in terms of really everything. The color, the theme, good guys versus bad guys. So yeah, thank you guys for leaving a like. Those of you watching that you're checking out our live stream here in our build here of Rivendell. And before you go, or if you can only stay for a little bit, leave a like and please subscribe if you like Lego. We are trying to build our channel. I know there's a lot of Lego channels out there, so thank you for watching us, giving a moment of your time. Or maybe you're enjoying this kind of like a podcast and you like listening to Lego talk in the background. So we aim to please. Hopefully we'll meet one of those criteria today. So we're going to live stream for about an hour here in our build. I'm working on the pavilion. I'm talking more than I'm building right now, but I'm working on this part right here. And Nico's got the midsection here. This will be cool. This is kind of where in the picture you'll see all the Council of Elrond gather. And the inside of it looks amazing. And one of the cool things about these big sets is that it really makes you think about my favorite sets, such as Ninjago City. And I just love the construction here. Hey, welcome Star Wars Battlefield. Granted, this is definitely a different theme from Star Wars, but you can't deny Lego Star Wars, Lego Lord of the Rings are pretty excellent. Just excellent in general. So here's some minifigs. You know what my favorite part? There's lots of favorite parts, but I love the helmet piece right there of Gimli, the guy in the middle, the dwarf. Just really cool. Okay, so the part I'm at now is kind of a tree. I am building a tree. So this part right here, got the trunk going.
Yeah, I love this set. Us too. This is a really good set.
Star Wars Battlefield says, yes, I love this set. Hey, awesome. Do you have this set, Star Wars Battlefield? Because kudos to you for getting it. It's not definitely a discounted set. I have not seen it less than its retail price, but I know some people are good with deals. Sometimes you may find it used. I've heard of people getting some pretty cool sets used, but when you get sets like this and you know you're gonna keep it and collect it, I like to get it new. Oh, he does. He's confirmation. Star Wars Battlefield has the Rivendell set. Have you built it up yet? What do you think? So far, I think I'm in the range of comparing this set to my favorite set of all time, Ninjago City. And I had Lego when I was a lot younger as a kid, and then as my own kids got older, or my own kids got into Lego, that totally sucked me back in. Star Wars Battlefield says yes and yes. Very cool. Hey, thanks for engaging in the conversation, guys. I hope you are leaving a like as you watch and stay for as long as you can and listen to our live stream here. We really appreciate the time you're giving us. And if you like Lego, we are continuing this live stream series to build all our Lord of the Rings sets. We started with the Shire, now we got Rivendell, and who knows what comes next. We don't have the next set. Maybe you do Star Wars Battlefield. Maybe you have the full collection of these new Lego. So you probably also know, Star Wars Battlefield, that when you built this set, the first instruction book has a picture of the old Lord of the Rings and Hobbit sets, which really made us long for the time, if we were into Lego at that moment, to get the Helm's Deep Battle set and the Orthanc. That would be cool, those two towers. Star Wars Battlefield says, this set is one of the best builds I've ever done. I agree. And obviously another cool factor in this is that we get to share in this build. So Nico and I have been building both the Shire and this set. It's fun with these large icon sets or modular sets. You can separate the instruction books and take a section each. It's really fun. I don't have the Shire. Helm's Deep was awesome. Oh, do you have that set? That, on top of being an amazing set, also is probably one of the most valuable collector items now for older Lego sets. I've seen it on secondary markets for quite a huge price. I want to say in the $1,000 range or close to it. Same thing with Orthonc Tower. So, not that we would necessarily resell these sets later on, but it's fun to think of these Lego sets being a potential investment and how much they can increase in value. And you get the build itself, the fun. I think it makes a great display piece as well. So all of that combined together, I mean, if you're gonna collect Lego, these huge sets you can't go wrong with. All right, so I'm building the tree. Helm's Deep was awesome. I hope Lego makes smaller sets again soon. I agree. If they do battle packs for these Lord of the Rings sets, that would be cool. But what have they done so far? They've done brickheads and they've done these big sets. But when you look at, let me just grab it. When you look at the, this is the instruction book 1. You get a chance to see what came out before. This is about 10 years ago, I think now. But I want to say there must have been more than this, though. My friend has the old Shire set, or maybe it was called a different name, like I don't know.
It's from the Hobbit.
Yeah, it's from the Hobbit movie that came out also about 10, 12 years ago. But I don't know if that was part of this series. I don't see it in these series of pictures. But I liked when I saw that set. That really interested me in these Lord of the Rings sets. On top of the fact that we like the story, and usually we'll rewatch the whole series. Here's the Shire. If you didn't get this one, Star Wars Battlefield, I highly recommend this. Some people criticized it for having the side builds taken away from or adding to the price unnecessarily, but I don't know. The tree and then the kind of the side builds add to the storyline, which I thought was really neat, especially the stand or the stage where Bilbo stands on. And if you see one of our older videos, you can see he stands on it like in the movie, and then you can make him turn, go behind the barrels like he put the ring on and disappears. So very cool set, and I like it. We enjoyed the build a lot, and the way it comes together, like 3 separate sections, was also a fun part of the build at the end there. Star Wars Battlefield says, sadly, I didn't get any of the older ones. Yeah, no, nor did I. So, nor did we. Just a long time ago, we were, some people, AFOLs, adult fans of Lego, people my age, younger or older, call that their dark ages, right? So when you're into Lego as a kid, and then you go out of Lego, and then you get back into Lego. So thankfully, my kids definitely got me back into Lego. And so now this is what happens. You can sort of afford some big stuff. And then there's there you go, Star Wars Battlefield. There you go. You probably recognize this set behind Nico here. So building the tree here, working on the Rivendell set. Nico, were you able to find the next bag you need? It looks like you're digging for something there.
Yeah, I did.
What bag number are you on now?
30. Okay,
so you're on the higher numbers. This whole set goes up to bag number 49. There's actually 50 bags total. If you're curious about buying this set and kind of what you're getting yourself into.
I just thought it was a bit expensive, but I'll probably get it.
Oh, which one? The Shire? So yeah, I think the Rivendell set and the Barad-dûr set are the same price, around 450 or 460. So when we got the Shire set, yeah, the price was, it's not as expensive as the Rivendell set. It's about it's over 2,000 pieces, not 3,000 pieces. I know that. The way we got it was to stack Lego Insider points. Of course, that means buying Lego as well. But in addition to that, when you stack the Insider points, then if you're buying directly from Lego, you know that there are those times. Actually, incidentally, today is one of those double Insider point opportunities to buy the Mario Kart, the large Mario Kart for double Insider points. So anyway, when Lego offers those double Insider
That's funny.
points,
I couldn't find a piece, and then when I was scrolling, one fell, and it turned out to be the piece.
it knew, it wanted to be there. You used the force. So that's how we got the Shire base. We used Insider points that we had stacked up, and then we had a couple of gift cards. So I think that saved us quite a lot. We did not spend the full price. I just thought it was a bit expensive. Yes, the Shire just felt a little small. Yeah, I don't know. Compared to Rivendell, it's
Tiny.
I don't know. It's not tiny because it definitely it has a big footprint. It takes up a lot of space. I'll just hold it up again. Like it's pretty sizable.
It's big, but I mean, but it's kind of accurate to the movie because the Shire is nowhere near as big as Rivendell.
It's true. This is a Hobbit zone, and then Rivendell is for the elves. And the cool part about the Rivendell set, I think Nico's working on it, is the fact that it has a room for Bilbo, like in the movie, has his own.
Yeah, it's in the.
It's built. Oh yeah, here it is. Bilbo's special man cave.
I'm so glad
there it is,
Lego
right there.
Came out with a series.
Right here.
What was it? And
there's Bilbo's room.
Back to Lord of the Rings, exactly.
I'm so glad Lego came to their senses and brought back Lord of the Rings. I know, especially since there are no movies out. I know the Amazon series came out. I don't know if that series really made Lord of the Rings any more popular. I don't know if it did well. Plus, that seems more of a fan fiction than a true representation of any of the Lord of the Rings writings or the books. So, I mean, people have their opinions, so that's all I'll say about that. But it's cool that Lego, like you said, you know what? We're going to give fans another opportunity to buy these sets. And I'm not complaining. If you can afford it in your budget, if you stacked up strategically your... What am I missing here? Stacked up strategically your Lego Insider points. Back in the day, we used to call them VIP points.
Welcome, everybody.
Then you can take advantage of getting a build like the one we have here. Or another, if we go to the Star Wars theme just for a moment, I would love, maybe you have one, Star Wars Battlefield. Do you have a UCS set? Or Star Wars UCS set. I would.
Welcome.
That would be fun to have. All right. Okay. Welcome. Those of you viewing. Let's see. We've got Star Wars Battlefield also in the comments saying, and also the War of the Rohirrim. Ooh. That would be amazing. Yeah, that like the first Lord of the Rings series, like Helm's Deep or really anything. Or Nico was saying they should do from the Return of the King movie, the Osgiliath, the kind of the outlier city that was on the boundary of Mordor. You can either have it like two different builds, one in its glory where it's not all destroyed yet, and then one where it's
it is supposed to be based on the Silmarillion. Okay, so the other book, the backlog, basically.
Oh, the War of the Rohirrim. So yeah, the Silmarillion, that would be like the kind of the backstory to the elves and everything. I tried reading that book. It's definitely more of would you call it, more of a histories than an actual storyline, from what I remember. But
It was an animated movie.
oh, really? Oh, yeah. Didn't that come out
Yeah.
in the winter? Like in the fall? That's right. Now you got a good memory. Star Wars Battlefield's showing his Lego knowledge. Not just a Star Wars guy. I feel like I'm not building this tree correctly. Something's not fitting right. Let me try it again. It's not. Okay. All right, here comes the challenge. And you got to reconstruct, and then you kind of ruin things when you do that. But we'll see here. So, Star Wars Battlefield, or anyone who's built these giant sets, how long did it take for you? Oh, that's why. How long did it take for you to build Rivendell? So, for us, we've been asked that a couple times. I mean, the only way to quantify it is by the number of live streams we've done. So this is live stream number 7. So I guess you could say it's taken us, will take us 7 hours so far. I've heard some people say about 15 hours. So we'll see. Obviously, this has been a 2-person project since Nico's building it as well. So maybe we'll be a little bit faster. But I had to take apart the tree base here. There's always some slight detail you miss, which I did.
Welcome, Seth Matamoros. Oh yeah, this is an awesome build. Yo, welcome.
Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Leaving a chat or leaving a comment in the chat, and please leave a like too if you're into Star Wars. Yeah, if you're into Star Wars, leave a like for just saying that. But if you're into Lord of the Rings and you're into Lego, which is what our channel is about, we're live streaming here and having a good conversation with Star Wars Battlefield. And if you guys have a channel, give your channel a shout out. We'd like to catch up with your channels as well when we get done with our live stream and see what videos you guys have made. Love to be part of the Lego community since we're a small channel and we're working our way to a pretty good number of subscribers. We got about we're getting up to 500. So if you would like to subscribe to our channel, that would be awesome. Help us get to that golden 500 number. I know some people that's like a drop in the bucket for some of these channels, but you can't deny the fact that there's always room for more fans of Lego to do their thing. So we're enjoying the build here. Nico's just rapid fire pace through the last book 3. He's already built up the tower here, and I'm on the middle of the build, kind of the bag's 14 through 25 or something or I guess 29. I can't remember. Did you start with any of the 20s number
No.
for this one? Okay, so it's all the last part.
Because it's that way.
So yeah, and this set's been great. Like I already said, like it's been great for
Well, I just got to 30, so yeah, I did use some 20.
Okay, it's been great for doing this as a co-op build because it's easy to separate out the builds. And Nico started with instruction book 1, and then I jumped over to instruction book 2. And yeah, if you buy this set, that's what I was gonna say a while back. If you buy this set, you get rewarded pretty quickly. You also get challenged, I guess you could say. You get rewarded pretty quickly because the first part of the series of books that you build is the tower piece here, and it looks amazing. It looks great. So you get this whole build to start out with. The only thing I guess people might find tedious is the roof, the tiles, but the way they have you do it and line it up using a longer 2x10 piece to kind of line up the tiles so they just look perfect, which is really cool. I think it wasn't that tedious, judging from how Nico put it together pretty quickly.
It was pretty tedious, but it didn't take as long as I thought.
Okay, so it was tedious, but it went fast. And the reward really is the fact that how it just looks great. It's just the color to the roof and the build. So Star Wars Battlefield, maybe you have this set on display somewhere. Did you keep it out and in the open? Those of you who are serious Lego collectors, at some point you kind of come to that dilemma of like, where do I keep
What's your favorite
everything?
Part of the build so far? The spire.
Favorite part of the build is, I guess Nico would say, the spire. I didn't get a chance to build that. And I've been working on the pavilion part. I think really my favorite part of this build is the stonework, kind of the archway there, because that reminded me, all this, the stone steps here and the archway here reminded me of building up Ninjago City, which is my favorite set of all time. I don't know if Rivendell will dethrone it in my mind, but this set is pretty amazing. Of course, when I built Ninjago City, I built that all... No, I think Nico, you might have helped me with that one. Did you build the water part? Or no, you did that for Ninjago Docks. But I think I built the whole Ninjago City. That was a little while ago.
I built the arcade building in the dock.
Did the arcade? I had to take that one apart a couple times and rebuild, which was intimidating at first, but then the cool part is you get to build it up again. So here this is what I'm doing. I don't know if you guys find this as your favorite part, but of course, it adds to the overall look of the build. So I'm building a tree right now. I don't know if anyone's ever going to say their favorite part.
Welcome, Lego Timmy. Welcome back.
I don't know if anyone's ever going to say their favorite part is building a tree. Although, if you build a lot of your own custom mocks and you're working on a Lego City or whatever, then I could see that being maybe your favorite part of the build, because then you're all in the creative part. It's like painting, really, your own painting. Lego Timmy, let's go. Welcome back. What's your favorite Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings films?
Return of the King.
I love the Two Towers. So every film has its special element. So that's a good question. I'd say in the first movie, the prologue, the very beginning, where they show the first battle and the history of the ring and what happened, that's amazing. And then the Two Towers, I think the overall way that film is kind of goes into a more deeper part of the story and the darker challenges of the characters, and then the final battle in Helm's Deep, just that was more intense than I think even the other two movies. So I think that was probably my favorite. The Return of the King was good, but I think I would say that was just a good movie to kind of bring everything together. The attack on Minas Tirith was amazing, and the charge of the Rohirrim might be another favorite. But in terms of overall, yeah, welcome everybody in the chat. And if you're just watching anonymously, leave a like before you leave and move on to other thing. I know there's so many things you can do to scroll through, so thank you for sticking with us and joining this conversation. What about you, Star Wars Battlefield? What would you say favorite Lord of the Rings films? Unfortunately, the Hobbit movies were not up to par. And I think most people would agree those weren't as good, or, I don't know, worthy of a trilogy, I guess. I mean, it's fun to have Peter Jackson end up being the director of that movie, but I don't know if that worked out so great for the whole overall.
Never Too Old for Lego, what's up?
Never Too Old for Lego, he's here. Let's go, our first moderator. Hey, we are building, as you can tell, we're in a part 7 of this awesome Lord of the Rings series, our summer series of builds. And of course, I got to show this off again. Shire is complete. Nico's doing an amazing job. You want to show real quick, Nico, up close what your build looks like so far, since you got the middle section there? Lots of detail there. Lots of detail in this is kind of the final aspect of the build. So that's looking good. And then here's kind of an overview of our table of what we're working on. So Never Told for Lego says sick. I love it. So yeah, this is by far one of the best builds we've done in a long time. I would definitely compare it to my favorite set of all time, Ninjago City, but we'll see if it can be the favorite. Star Wars Battlefield says the eye is watching. Huh? Are you saying that's the next set in our series? Or you're just saying the ring, it senses the ring?
We've got 6 likes. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for liking the video, guys, the live stream. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. That way we can stay connected. That way you can help our channel and then mention your channel as well. And you know, help each other out and build up our Lego community. You like how I did that? Build up our Lego community. So I'm doing maybe a less interesting part, but you know, when it all comes together, I'm gonna have a really cool looking tree. Never Told for Lego says, I actually preferred The Hobbit over the Lord of the Rings series because the Lord of the Rings series was a lot of walking. Interesting. So you like the story?
Who's your favorite character?
Storytelling in the Hobbit movies. Okay. My favorite character. Who's your favorite character, Nico, in those movies?
If it's about sheer like epicness, probably Sauron, because he just looks really cool.
That's fun.
I think it's really funny when they do like the interactions between Smeagol and Gollum. That part's hilarious. And then Faramir's a cool character.
Oh yeah, he's a good one.
Of course, Aragorn has to be up there. Smog the Dragon.
Oh, that's from The Hobbit, though. I guess if you're talking about all of them.
I love it when Gollum says, like, but Master's our friend. Or Smeagol says, but Master's our friend. And then Gollum says, you have no friends.
That's so funny.
Nobody likes you.
What about Treebeard? Nobody like Treebeard?
Oh, Treebeard's a good character.
I think as a collective, the Hobbits were cool. So Frodo, Samwise, Merry and Pippin as a collective, they were cool. And then Aragorn, definitely fun. Gimli, I don't know, they did them all really well. So yeah, favorite character. I like how Gandalf goes from his level of wizardry, like he ups his power boost, right? He goes from the gray wizard to the white wizard. You know, if they gave more of a backstory to Elrond, I think, kind of like how Nico said, from the epicness of Sauron on one side to the epicness of Elrond on the other, that would be, I think he might be my favorite. Star Wars Battlefield says, good one. Sam is the MVP. Yes. Dude
He
kept
keeps
it
the fellowship
going.
alive.
He kept it alive. He knew what Gollum was up to. But we were saying, you know, it's kind of a win-win, right? Gollum, eventually, he gets the ring back, which is all he lived for.
You could literally just play the Bruno Mars song while he had the ring.
He got the ring back, and then he did the dirty job of taking the ring into the fires of Mordor to destroy it. And you know, and waking up Frodo out of his greed and kind of being about to make a super mistake. And then, of course, Frodo during the tough part of getting there. So everyone played a part, but I'd say Gollum's the real winner in the whole thing, right? He had the ring for centuries, helped the hobbits get to Mordor where they could destroy the ring. Granted, he kind of led them on some questionable detours, but they kept following him and he got them where they needed to be. And then he's, you know what? Hold my dead fish. I will take care of this. And chuck the ring into the fires of Mordor.
Along with me.
And yeah, and then he got rid of himself, which was probably helpful to everyone because then there's no one lusting after the ring anymore and being crazy and I don't know, conspiring, conniving. So
Gollum is the true hero.
Gollum might be the goat, huh?
Just put like pixelated sunglasses on him.
That's right. Gollum the goat. He knew what's up. He only he can claim the double victory in it all. And he died with his precious.
And without having any friends.
What can you say, right? He had Schmeagol and Gollum. Those are his two friends.
Boy, a matchstick stick 'em in a stew.
That's right. Potatoes. Potatoes.
What are these? Potatoes? You know you boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
All right. Good question. What was your what would be an ideal set you guys think for Lord of the Rings? I'm thinking again, Osgiliath would be a cool build. Actually, that was Nico's idea, and I agree with that one.
You could say when well, you don't mean that, Mr. Frodo.
Surely you don't mean that, Mr. Frodo.
You have no friends. You don't mean that, Mr. Frodo.
I don't need any friends where I'm going with this ring.
Oh.
So, all right, that helps, guys. Thanks for asking those. That's so fun. So that's interesting. Never Too Old for Lego says the Hobbit one. He liked that series better. That did not win critical acclaim. I did, again, the thing that Peter Jackson does really well is make these movies look so epic. And I love, again, one of my favorite parts of both films, of both series, I guess, is the fact that the prologues really do an awesome job setting up the stage for the story. I don't know how significant the story is in The Hobbit compared to the book. I mean, The Hobbit definitely is not a story as long as The Lord of the Rings, and it's interesting that they could break that up into 3 movies, which makes sense. They're looking to make money out of this whole thing too. So Nico is furiously looking for a bag here. Which number are you on now? 31?
And 32.
Let's go. 31 and 32. And we're inching our way closer to bag 49. We had to open bag 50 because bag 50 is the plates. Star Wars Battlefield says, it could kind of be like Helm's Deep. Which part? One of the sets that would be amazing. Yeah, you said you had that set from a while back, Star Wars Battlefield. Did I read that right? You had the Helm's Deep set. Would you say that's a set worth getting on Bricklink, even though the price is super crazy? I mean, if you're a Lego collector that doesn't seem to have a limitation as to what he can buy. So, what's that guy's name? Is it Duck Bricks?
The rich guy.
That guy has like all the stuff. Then I guess that would be worth it. But I don't know. I would love to have a set like that. Maybe you could reconstruct some of it just, with Bricklink pieces.
No, sadly, he says.
Ah, okay. But the minifigures are the ones that would obviously bring the price up. Then I'm sure it has some pieces that are unique to that set. Although I think a lot of unique pieces are now accessible with so many of these new Lego builds, especially with these new series of Lord of the Rings. Maybe there's some pieces that you can buy to rebuild that set. But I'm sure. Oh, I don't know. Maybe some of the specialized pieces would be kind of the wall pieces or the colors of everything. I wonder if Arthonk would be a set you could just part out and buy. Again, you wouldn't get the minifigures. Those would be the most expensive pieces. But the tower itself just looks cool. It looks like it's literally carved out of wax, even in the movie. But
the Tower of Orthanc is actually made by Gondor.
It's made by Gondor. So yeah. So another old.
It was carved out of one rock.
Yeah, another old piece of Gondorian history. There's so much. J.R.R. Tolkien did an amazing job building a whole universe or story or mythology for those books. So it's a shame that the Amazon series couldn't just stick with kind of following what Tolkien had already written and made it true to what he was talking about. But kind of like
It was a gift.
kind of like how Disney's kind of been messing up Star Wars, in my opinion. But okay, tree. I'm building like a tree beard kind of guy here. I saw. Did you guys see that? Somebody, or maybe I just saw it randomly on YouTube. Someone took the Lego bonsai tree set and turned it into Treebeard from Lord of the Rings. Did a pretty good job. And I think Kat's put some instructions together to show how it would look. All right, what is this supposed to be? Let's go here. I'm kind of not sure on the instructions how to connect.
I hope we get a trilogy of the Witch King of Agmar. Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that I would love to see a backstory to those guys, the 9 kings.
We know that a lot of them were lords of Numenor.
So these are old kings. Yeah, so if they're lords of Numenor, then they're kind of like the elves, right? In the sense of their ages and how long and how powerful they were.
Numenor is kind of like Atlantis, so it sank, and then the survivors of Numenor, Isildur being one of them, founded Gondor.
Isildur and his father, because Elendil, right, was the king in the First Age battle against Sauron.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, oh, here it is. Speaking of those old stories and mythology of the Lord of the Rings, you guys might appreciate what Nico built here. This is a mock of, this would, again, another set that would be fun for Lego to put out there. I guess there's no end to how many suggestions Lego can get for builds, but you guys can probably tell what that build is there. Thanks everyone for watching and leaving likes. We got some audience members still with us, so I really appreciate that. And thank you for leaving likes. I hope we get a trilogy of the Witch King of Angmar. Yep, and the wars against Arnor. Numenorians are half elves. That's right. Yeah, because that would explain what's his name? Strider. Aragorn's
heritage.
Yeah, and like how old he is compared to all the other men. I think there's a little in the extended version of the Two Towers. He says he's like 93 years old or something like that.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's 30. So
he lives to like 290 something.
Yeah. So granted, not as long as the elves, who are immortal unless they literally get killed or
they gave him
killed.
The magic stuff.
Yeah. Well, didn't even Bilbo have, or was that because of the ring? That's probably because of the ring. Because Gollum lived hundreds of years because of the ring.
And so Gollum is actually, it might sound funny, but he's the master of sneaking because he snuck, like he walked around
true
Mordor
thief.
For
87. Okay, it was 87.
17 years, and like he didn't get found in like 37 years. So 37 years without being seen by anything in Mordor. That's crazy.
And then how long before he and Bilbo challenged him in the caves? I think it was like another 200, 300 years.
Have you seen the part where like Bilbo gives him a riddle and then...
Yeah, that's in the book too.
Yeah.
The book is really cool. You should read it. Or maybe you have. Have you read the book, Nico? The Hobbit?
Part of it.
Part of it. So good. Wait a second. Alright, got that.
The only trilogy I've read the whole thing of is Narnia.
Oh yeah, Narnia. Again, another fun idea for Lego. So yeah, according to Star Wars Battlefield, Aragorn was 87 in that point in the movie in the Two Towers. It was because of the ring. Oh, for Bilbo it was because of the ring, right?
Yeah.
trying to. It's hard in these parts of the instructions where you have black pieces or brown pieces, and trying to look at the book, it's hard to see where the lines are.
Elrond's Numenorian, but he chose immortality.
Yeah. So, but Elrond has the, at least in the movie, he has the elven genetics, right? He's got the ears and everything.
Yeah. So I guess maybe his dad
doesn't.
was also more elven. His dad might have been Numenorian, and his mom was an elf.
Yeah, and it's hard to capture all that because a lot of the description in the books highlight all those qualities and factors, like the nobility of how they looked and their armor, so much more refined and like works of art, basically. So how Tolkien describes all that in the movies, they definitely do a good job of showing it, but it's not talked about. So you, as someone who's read the books, you can appreciate that, but I don't think they necessarily say it to your face in the movies to go, oh, this is the difference of them. This is why they're so special. It was a choice because of the ring, immortality or mortality.
So did
Star Wars Battlefield giving us the background. I love it.
Did Aragorn?
Truly a fan of the Lord of the Rings.
Did Aragorn choose mortality then?
Did Aragorn choose mortality? Or, well, his mom did, right, in the story. So is it his mom? Because one of his parents was elven, right? It wasn't just because he had the heritage. So one of them had to choose mortality. Yeah, okay. Star Wars Battlefield will give us the backstory. Really cool. So let's see here. I've got, gosh, I'm almost done. No, I'm not. Just this tree. That's the thing. You look at the box, you're like, okay, I'm getting there, and then you realize there's a lot to this build that you don't necessarily catch even while looking at the picture. So I'm building a whole nother tree trunk here. What's that, Nico?
His Star Wars Battlefront is London.
Immortality, yes. So, we got. I'm trying to work my way to bag 20. No, it's bag. Sorry, not bag 20. It's bag 20. Bag 19 is providing me with this. Talking about all these tree stuff. Ricky Bricks, hey, welcome, Ricky.
Welcome, Ricky Bricks.
I like the name. I'm assuming you're a Lego
fan. Returning fan.
I'm assuming you like Lego when you.
All right. Gotta get going. Bye.
Hey, Star Wars Battlefield, thanks for joining us in this chat. Really enjoyed it. Thank you for leaving a like. And everyone who watches the chat, please subscribe. Give us a connection to your Lego community and vice versa. And we're loving this fact that we can share this live stream with you and the build we got going on. I still need to get this one. You won't be disappointed, Ricky. If you get the Ricky Bricks, if you get the Rivendell set, you will not be disappointed. So much. There's so much detail. I'm trying to say you won't get disappointed in any aspect of it. The stickers are really cool. They add to the build. It's not just annoying stickers, especially the pictures that show the story of the history of like Narsil here. Really cool. I don't know if you can see that. And then, have you built up any new minifigs yet, Nico?
No.
So far, we've got these minifigs built up. Favorite one is probably right there. Gimli with his helmet. And, of course, if you have any of the other sets, you're going to get a couple repeats of Frodo and Samwise. But...
Did you know, fun fact, Samwise named one of his kids Goldilocks?
Samwise named one of his kids Goldilocks.
Yeah.
There you go with the trilogy, or the trivia.
So, he has a lot of kids. So he had one named after every person in the Fellowship, basically. And then Goldilocks.
Goldilocks, and then his pets were the 3 bears.
I guess.
That's pretty cool. So Ricky Bricks, let's see, what does he say? I still need to get this one. I just need the build. Already bought the minifigs. Oh, are you serious? So you might just buy it. I wonder if you could go on Bricklink and just get the build. I know there are people who buy these sets and just part them out. I don't know how if that's less expensive to just get the build. That would be interesting. Have you done that before? Because that sounds like a kind of a cool hack, actually, to get. If you're like, I don't need to have the box and all that stuff. You know, you're just trying to get the set. Hey, man, kudos to you for strategic buying of these sets. So what do you think of the minifigs? Because we haven't gotten to Boromir or Aragorn. Those are the minifigs I'm looking forward to. They just, you know, in terms of favorite characters, those guys are cool. Cool characters in the Fellowship, no doubt. And got this tree built up here. So pretty much adding a lot of texture and I guess what would you call it, a natural look to the middle section of Rivendell here. I've got this basically the pavilion part. So like I said before, if you're thinking about getting this set, you know, not you start out with really a fun part of the build right away. Like this is the first book that you build. So you build the pavilion and you get rewarded with all the detail that goes into it. So like those arches there, and then the tower, the statues there. It's just really, that's a fun part of the build. So can't go wrong with that. And you missing a piece, Nico?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out, I must have a clip-in part here. I'm trying to build this tree up, and this is what I'm working on right now. So it's harder than I thought it was to talk and build. Let's see. All right. It must clip in there, but I can't tell if it does. It must. Oh, there it is. Okay. So there we go. So again, looking really cool, actually. Look at all that nature part to the build. Not bad. So thanks for joining our live stream, guys. Getting through the Rivendell set here. The middle part, the pavilion and the tower here is all done. Almost done with book 2. Nico, looks like book 3 is probably the most extensive part of the build. I think book 3 is something that we'll both end up working on together here at some point. Although I'm definitely not moving as fast as Nico. I'm almost done with bag 19, and it looks like I go up to like bag 21 or so. And then the rest of the Rivendell set is, I guess, bags 22 through 49. So there are 3 books. We finished book 1. Book 2 is the middle section, which I'm working on right here. The pavilion. Oops, you can't see it there. This part right here. And then way over here is, this is the final book 3. Ooh, I didn't even notice that stairwell. Do a little flyover like we got a drone. That stairwell looks so cool. So Nico's hard at work on that. And then here's what we're all working on right here. Kind of doing a double stream here of everything because it's just fun to share this build with all you Lego enthusiasts like us. Especially if you like Lord of the Rings. You can't be disappointed with what all the detail is here. So it's taken us, you may wonder, like, how long does it take to build this set? So if you are someone who builds a lot of modulars and everything, probably take right now, or if this is our 7th live stream, so I guess 7 hours. And it just really depends on how fast to build you are. I do tend to like to build slower though. I like to enjoy these sets. So sometimes, like, I bought the yellow Lego delivery truck last fall. And that set, obviously, it's just iconic Lego. I just love that. I love building that set, so I just took my time on it. It's definitely not a hard build, but it's a decent sized set, and it comes with Lego themed minifigs and like a hot dog stand. Just a cool couple three minifigs. So definitely enjoy the process. Ooh, Subway dude! I just got out of surgery. Whoa! Hopefully you're enjoying this, is helping you recover. And just, you might have noticed, Subway Dude 101, that our channel is called Break Therapy 23. So let this be therapeutic to you. Building Lego is definitely an enjoyable therapeutic process.
When it's not Technic.
When it's not Technic. Although we do have some Technic pieces going on here. I'm building a tree, but let's see. Yeah, just enjoy while you're here. I hope you're feeling better, Subway Dude. Was it a serious surgery or was it kind of a routine thing? There's a whole that could definitely run the gamut of types of surgery. But either way, hope you're enjoying our build here. And thanks for joining us. Leave a like if you feel like, if you feel up to it, and definitely subscribe to our channel because we're on part 7. We're definitely gonna have a part 8 in this build. Never Too Old for Lego says, what happened, Sub? Are you referring to like subscribing and something and you got...
He's referring to Subway Dude.
Oh yeah, Nico knows how to read these things. Yeah, what happened to Subway Dude 101? Yeah, what happened to have the surgery? Or like I said, maybe it was a routine thing. Did you have your tonsils taken out? Or did you have your appendix taken out? Again, surgery's not fun, but hopefully it wasn't too bad or too serious. Subway Dude found both our live streams. Awesome. So trying to get this angle just so you can see what Nico's doing because he's kind of moving everywhere. There, maybe that works. I'm just building the tree, so what Nico's doing is more detailed and interesting, I think, right now. Although once everything's put together, it all looks amazing, I think. And this Rivendell set, over 6,000 pieces. It's definitely reminding me a lot of Ninjago City, which I know I've said, but for those of you just joining us, it definitely reminds me of Ninjago City. I think that will stay my favorite set of all time, simply because, well, the build's amazing, and it definitely, that set captured my imagination, if I could say that, to get back into Lego. So Ninjago City, and I know their Lego's working on that series as well. They've released a new Ninjago City series of sets of modulars the last 4 years or so, to keep that theme going, which is kind of fun. I don't know if the latest Ninjago City workshops, or I forget what it's called, or factory, one of those, is it Lego Ninjago City Factory, was a hit as some of the other ones. I'd say
it was just some tumors removed, the usual for me. Oh wow.
Just some tumors removed. Wow. Subway Dude, hope you're doing okay then. So, phone doesn't work that great in the car. Hey man, no worries. So you're recovering in the car. So you are literally just out of surgery, it sounds like. Hey, we'll be praying for you, man. Definitely heal up from that. Surgery is definitely one of the most taxing things to go through. Seems to, and then the anticipation and everything that goes with it. I'm glad you look at it as a kind of a routine thing. So you got some life experience behind you already going through that. Well, and thank you again for joining our channel and being part of our build here. Hopefully this is helping you kind of forget about some of the pain associated with post-surgery, post-op. So the Rivendell set is progressing nicely. Nico's jumping around.
I was outpatient and thanks.
Oh, it's outpatient. Okay, so that's a little bit easier then. Versus like going well into the OR and everything. Yeah, so this Rivendell set is coming along nicely. Nico's had some, I don't want to say challenges.
Missing a piece.
Missing pieces, yeah. Missing some pieces. What piece are you missing now?
3x2.
Is it in the bags? You know how we've had some pieces get stuck in the bags?
I looked, I didn't find it.
Trying to see here.
Feels nice to stretch now.
Nico's taking a stretch break. This is becoming tedious. It's becoming work. We can't have that. So let's see here. We're almost done with our live stream. Got to go here soon, but I'm trying to finish this tree. This is all I have left, guys. A couple leaves, and then I can help Nico find. What color 2x2 is it?
Gray. Or 3x2. Gray.
Oh, 3x2. Okay, so like this, but gray, like that size.
Like.
Oh, it's
taken off like that.
That's crazy. Those should be easy to find. I know we have them if we need it.
Should I just go get them?
Okay, just look in the bag real quick though. Did it fall on the floor? If that's all you need, yeah, you might as well just get it. That's weird. Thankfully,
there's one in the Argonaut.
Take that guy for now, and then you can rebuild it because that's just from his face piece. That's easy to fix. Hopefully, we're not missing a piece from his Rivendell set. You pay enough for it, man. Hopefully, they just give you the right amount. Like when you're paying for high-end Lego sets like this, you should get everything. Subway Dude 101 says the roof is my favorite on this set. I know, look at that design. I don't know if it's a favorite part of the build, but as far as details go, Nico did that. He made it look great too, because you could easily make these tiles all kind of wonky looking. They're not all facing the same direction. Although they do give you like a straight edge. They have you use a straight edge Lego piece to make sure it's all aligned and looking awesome, like the tiles. So yeah, we're chugging along here. It's kind of been today kind of messy with the fact that we're really into all these small detail pieces, and every time we open something and we try to keep our build so you guys can see it too, we tend to overlap or build over things, and I guess that explains the missing pieces off and on here. So, but there we go. Got another aspect of the tree built up. I think, not 100% sure if I have everything facing the right way, but whatever. Trees don't have to be perfectly symmetrical. And now just a bunch of gold leaf pieces here. So as you can see, let me just show you. I'll move I know Subway Dude likes the roof. Show you the middle of what I'm doing here. And Subway Dude, just for you, man, because I don't think you caught the stream at the time, but this is what we worked on to begin this series. We built up the Shire. Another fun build. So if you are a Lego collector, I know people have their critiques of that set, the price and size, piece count and everything. But if you missed out on the first series of Lord of the Rings sets, you will not be disappointed in having that one. Especially if you have a love for minifigs. 5853 back. Let's go. Our OGs are back. Yeah, so you won't be disappointed in getting these sets. Lego knows many people missed out on the first series of Lord of the Rings, and so bringing these back is amazing. I'm gonna have to take a lunch break soon here. I don't know what time zone all you guys are in, but it's like peak lunch hour right now here in the West Coast the Western time zone here. But why not?
How are you doing? We are doing well.
Hey, how you doing? 5853 says, doing good, building up Rivendell. Are you into Lego builds today? 5853, trying to build and keep the channel going. It was hard. There was like a time after our like first effort at live streaming, and we built up the Star Destroyer there. That's right behind Nico. We can see that was like our first. I think that was our first live stream.
Yeah.
Series. And then we got really busy. Nico was playing soccer and busy at work and couldn't stream or build or do any additions to our Lego, our YouTube channel. And man, now that we're adding videos again and doing these live streams and shorts, we cannot can't get our momentum going. Like YouTube, I don't know if the algorithm has just said, oh well, you guys aren't that significant anymore, so our videos are just,
the algorithm always changes, so
yeah, maybe it'll come back later, but our videos are not hitting with anyone. I know we're not like pros at this, but CC583, he feels our pain. I'm trying not to miss any streams. Thank you, dude. I think
we've been in like all of them.
Yeah, you're like helping us out here big time. Thank you. And yeah, encourage people to like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching our stream today and you like Lego, we're in part 7 of our Rivendell build. So we're gonna definitely have a part 8. So please subscribe to our channel and join in the Lego community that we're literally building here with you guys. And then vice versa, wanting to join your Lego community as well. And get our channel up to a pivotal number, 500 subscribers. How cool would that be? Some YouTubers claim they can get 1,000 subscribers in just a week because of whatever they do, but we're not trying to do viral videos. We're trying to do videos that actually mean something to us, like Lego, and that we, just love to share with everyone on our channel. So a lot of our videos will be themed around.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
CC5853 says definitely understand. Yeah, a lot of our channel will cover our favorite, like going to the Lego store, since we're able to get to those. We went to the Lego Disney store a couple weeks ago, or Lego Downtown Disney store, and that was fun. It had the Shire built up in a display case and showing off a couple of the. I don't know if there was anything new out at that time. There must have been something new out for some of the summer sets. We've seen we talk about Star Wars. We've seen some of the new Star Wars sets that are coming out for August. I thought they were coming out for this month, but I guess at least the ones I was thinking about, like there's a new battle pack coming out.
I've been thinking about myself building the Argonaut. Did you like the tutorial that I made?
Nico's tutorial, yes. Let me show that off just in case some of you didn't see that. There it is.
It's falling apart.
Well, no, the original is there though.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing a short on showing how to build one of these guys, because Nico did these details really well. Might have to like film it in reverse, or film it, taking it apart, and then load it up back in reverse order so it makes sense. So yeah, some channel ideas, or if you guys build up a version of it, thanks for giving a shout out to Nico's mock. That was a fun build. I think he said took him overall thinking about it. Didn't use any instructions, just kind of out of his own imagination. Took him about 40 minutes, which is really cool. The advantage of having extra Lego pieces. One of the things that really launched us into building up our collection was we had some friends moving, and they just had tons of Lego that they didn't want to bring with them as they moved back. They were living overseas, so they moved back to the US, and I think they just wanted to unload. They gave us like a crate full like one of those big 5-gallon crates full of Lego. And so that just gave us all tons of great pieces. I think they were Star Wars Lego fans, and they had a lot of the Advent calendar minifigs. So and Bionicle. So we got a ton. Oh yeah, that's right. You got a lot of Bionicle pieces. That's a small fortune in itself. So we're able to just have a serious launch into our collection, which is so fun. So then that's lend itself to Nico being able to build up a lot of mocks and extra minifigures to customize. And then over time, we've gotten a few of the advent calendars, not too many, but don't really collect those because they're too expensive. Although we found them on sale off and on for like less than $20 at Costco. Yeah, what do you think about that? There's one part of the tree. Anyway, all those added together, you end up with some good extra pieces. And what ends up being probably the majority of extra pieces are gray and black pieces, at least for us. So, kind of fun. I feel like that one's not going right. There we go. All right. One more big tree branch here. What are you working on, Nico? Is it another big section?
Yeah, this part.
Oh, wow. The Council of Elrond table area? Maybe?
Possibly.
Possibly. What the heck? Can't tell where this is going. There we go. All right, there we go, guys. I have a legitimate tree built up here. You can see that. It's looking pretty good. And I'm on finished bag 19. Okay, so I'm on bag 20, but I have apparently missed a section of tree, which I think I know where it goes here. So I'm going to do that real quick. Got another green branch to build up here. All right, so and then I think I'm done with the foliage section. I can say that. So as far as this build overall, since I've done pretty much just the midsection, I think in terms of favorite aspects of this build, like I said, have been the stonework part here, kind of where the steps are. So just building up a really cool part of more of the pavilion section here, more of the pretty part of the Rivendell, but really like it. Appreciating how it looks here. So I'll lift this up here in a second once I get this part detailed correctly. I think I put these leaves in the wrong spot. So I got another tree section to add, or branch. I don't know. This is the thing where I do these things. They look cool, but I don't think I'd ever get into those botanical sets. Unless you're someone, again, who's looking for parts. Whoops, just to build out. But, I don't know. Let's see. Again, I think I missed another big leaf section here. It's weird how you skip some of these things. You don't even, oh, there it is. Okay. Whew. Can find it in the instructions. But, again, the texture aspect looks good. And it's fun to share in the live stream all the details of this build, which in this case is plants for me. Nico gets to build all the cool building parts, the structure itself, like the tower. Oops. Oh, all right, I think I'm losing my edge here, Nico. Been building for an hour straight. Drop some small pieces. Oh, these are all the extra pieces that I kind of end up with after building up the midsection. I don't know if any of those pieces are exciting, but lots of little pieces and minifig accessories. That'd be good if you're wanting to build up a city. So let's sign off. Thank you everyone for joining our live stream. Really appreciate all you guys joining us. CC58 53 says, thanks mostly what my family collection was, but now I own about 1/3 of the collection. I also have the One Ring. Nice, dude. Nice. So thank you. Subway Dude 101, Never Tool for Lego. Ricky Bricks, trying to get all Star Wars Battlefield. That was awesome talking with you in the beginning. And everyone joining in the live stream. We had some shout outs from people at the beginning. Hopefully they stuck with us for a little bit. And just trying to see, we had Turkish 12 said hello, and Kelly Weeks said hello. Star Wars Battlefield really got the live stream going. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe. Brick Therapy 23. Help us get to our goal, and we will see you in the next live stream, number 8, finishing Rivendell. Let me just show you a quick flyover of the construction zone here. There you go. Looking pretty good. All right, Nico, representing Real Madrid. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.